And welcome back to the channel, guys, the home of the Runnymede Rangers, and this is season 47 episode 28, and I've called this one Schroner's Not Happy. Yeah, he's not a happy bunny, and stick around and we'll find out why. Okay, so just a recap on the last vid. So we only one change from the team that are playing Black Sails, and that was Jijima in for Werner to give him a rest. But otherwise, it's a 4-4-2 with Schroner and Romero up front. Cool. So let's go straight into the match action. So we're away at the Black Sails, Chaos Wastelands, 1,737 attendance. Black Sails were 12 in the league when filmed, and Runnymede Rangers, we are second, and the game kicks off. And we start off cold once again. I'll have to speak to the coaches again about that. But yeah, the teams sort of early on cancel each other out. But then the action, when we start to warm up, and the action starts going more towards the Black Sails, and we're spending more time in the opponent's half, and we're getting into the box, and Schroner managed to slot on 33rd a confident goal. And yeah, the celebrations, the away fans go nuts, and but that's all they've got to cheer before going into half time, because it is 1-0 to Runnymede Rangers, and the game kicks off again. And yet still massive, well, not massive action, but down the Runnymede Rangers end there is some action, but our goalie is blocking, he's having a worldie, he's blocking all the shots he can, and then when the action switches back up to Black Sails, there's a referee's whistle, and Delarue, just unfortunate, the refs interpret it as a straight red. I would have just booked it as a yellow, but he's gone straight red, and Delarue, not his fault, he's off. So we are down to 10 men, which means that Romero comes off, and we're down to 10. But the game continues, and the Runnymede Rangers weren't phased, because Schroner, who's still on form, scores in the 72nd minute to make it a commanding 2-0 lead. And yeah, only 20 minutes left till full time. What can happen? I'll tell you what can happen. Schroner, that's what can happen. He gets his hat-trick. 3-0 to the Runnymede Rangers, and indeed that's how the game finishes. Fantastic score away from home, perfect performance from Schroner. Cool. So at the moment, Schroner is quite a happy bunny. So let's go into the match report. So here's the result: 3-0. Here's the 3 goals. So it's 3-0. 3 goals from Schroner. What a hat trick! And we had 8 shots from Black Sails to 19 shots from Runnymede Rangers, 7 on target, and yeah, Schroner got 3 of those. 36 possession for Black Sails, 64% possession for Runnymede Rangers. And man of the match is, of course, Corfault. Right. At that point, Schroner quite rightly threw his toys out of his pram. Don't blame him. He hasn't scored in ages. Then, like buses, 3 come at once. He's got a hat trick. He's looking for man of the match. He didn't get it. But obviously, Corfault, he's still on form. And if we go into the teams section, then you can see how close the rating was. So Schroner was rated 8. He had 8 shots and 3 goals, 27 passes. But he got pipped by Corfault, he's playing out of his skin. Corfault, he is such on form. He got rated 8 as well. He had 2 shots. He also had 2 assists, which might have tipped it over into his balance. 46 passes and 6 tackles. Not bad for a defensive midfielder. Okay. So, yeah, that explains why Schroner was a bit grumpy. Okay, right, let's get into the next bit of action, because we are, well, we're just going to look at the table now. If I can move me out of the way. Cool, so here's the table. So top two teams won this today, but Empty Head United lost. And if we go into Division Home, you can see why they lost, because Empty Heads lost at home to Aardvark, who are steaming it still in the Liga. They've won, or they're not lost a game yet. So Aardvark still on massive form, which is going to play interestingly into our next bit of info, because we've got a busy match day schedule coming up. So tomorrow we are playing the QE2 Cup. This is match number 6, and we are at home this time, so it's Super Smash Bros. So let's see if they can perform well at Written Water. Also, our next league game, which we're going to preview in a minute, is against Schwarze Katzen. So it's a top 8 team. So I'm just going to review that in a minute. But first, I want to show you this. Yeah, we've got a reserve game, but we've got our Intercup match at the bottom. Ready for this? We are in the quarterfinals, and we've been lined up against, you guessed it, Aardvark. Wow, that's going to be a tie. So yeah, mate, I've had a sneaky look. So let's have a sneaky look, and I think that we can pit them. I think we can. They've got a midfielder out for some reason. But we are going in 62, and they're going in 57. And guys, we are at home, so I don't want to jinx it. And I've got a top 8 Intercup video coming out soon, because the game's on Wednesday. So yeah, I'll release it before that date. But I also got a QE2 Cup video to release as well. And obviously we are playing Schwarze Katzen, so the matchday schedule is nuts at the moment. But let me just preview our next league game, because this kicks off tomorrow as well. So we have okay. So I picked the lineup already. So because Delarue got a straight red, then he's suspended for 2 games. So I've had to go to a 3-4-3. So Kutu's going to be the centre back. Werner's going to come back into midfield. Olatunji's coming back. He's going to be our captain. So midfield's looking really strong. And yeah, we're playing Schroner, trying to get him out of his grumpy patch. Romero and Costa. So we are playing a really strong squad. So this should be interesting. Okay, guys. Yeah, lot to talk about. So in the comments, if you want to mention anything about how the league's going, or anything about the Intercup, yeah, we're playing Aardvark, or who do you think should have got man of the match? Well, if you want to discuss any of that, put it down in the comments. And while you are there, consider subscribing, smash the like, and remember, don't just tune in, join in on itsagoal.org. Thanks for watching.